Hold on. And Pikachu!
Gesundheit.
Hi, everybody. Brad Ward.
Brian Westron.
And welcome to the Michigan Realtors Government Affairs Videocast for July. It's been pretty slow around here. Brian just got back from Nashville, meeting of all the government affairs directors from the various states for the National Association of Realtors, hence the lovely Stratocaster.
Would you like to play it?
I would. I'd like to play.
It's not scale, but it was a great time.
I have tiny hands.
Nashville, Music City. Lots of great professional development opportunities and also great music. So I'm happy to be back, but I had a wonderful time.
Before Brian left and before the legislature left here, we were fortunate enough to have two bills make it to the governor's desk to have his signature. And so we have two new laws that are going to be taking effect here very shortly, one of which has to do with reversions and condominiums, the other of which has to do with flat filing fees. On the condo front, Senate Bill 610, sponsored by Realtor Senator Margaret O'Brien, a name that should be very familiar to you if you watch this video cast with any sort of regularity, got the governor's signature. And really what this bill does is, currently in law there is a provision by which undeveloped land within a condominium unit can revert back to the association after a period of 10 years if nothing is done with it. Really what the law set out to clarify was there was this process, and indeed some of these revisions have taken place, but there are a lot that are set to take place this year and the next couple years, because we look back to when the economic downturn started. It was about 10 years ago this time. But really the process that was currently laid out in statute did not really provide clarity for the developer. It was a little unclear for associations in terms of how this exactly operated, and didn't really give them a say in it. And third, it didn't really require the recording of anything. So really what the bill does is, one, it gives the developer kind of a second bite at the apple. So after 10 years, the association can take a vote as an association in and of itself. That was my phone, by the way. Pokemon Revenge. So basically what it did was the association, when the co-owners get together, 2/3 majority vote of the co-owners can say, yes, we want to take the undeveloped land in as an association. That triggers a notice provision to the developer. The developer will then have the opportunity to do one of two things. One, they can withdraw the land themselves from the development, or two, they can convert that to must be built. In other words, they can continue developing the condominium project. So the developer kind of gets a second bite at the apple, gets a notice provision before the reversion is to occur. The association gets a say as to whether or not they want that to occur, rather than just all of a sudden taking in all this land as common area. Because if it's taken in as common area, that leaves a lot of question as to whether or not it could even be developed into the future, and what anyone would be able to do with it. And then the third option, or the third thing that this bill does, is it provides that there must be a recording at the Register of Deeds office. So you get some sort of notice that this land has indeed reverted. So really, it kind of clarifies that process moving forward. So the developer, the condo association, and the Register of Deeds provide notice to everyone as to what's going on with the undeveloped land. That got the governor's signature, and moving forward here, we will be looking at a much clearer process for those condos.
And it also potentially will add greater access to condo financing as well, correct?
That's correct, because it solves some of those
Occupancy
FHA occupancy threshold problems.
Yeah. The other bill that landed on the governor's desk and received his signature was a package of bills spearheaded by friend of the association, Peter McGregor, 599, and it deals with flat fee recording. So in Michigan now, all documents, when you record a document at the Register of Deeds, will be $30. So prior to this legislation, there was a situation where you would have a tiered accounting where you would be, depending on the number of pages that you actually filed, the price would increase accordingly. This worked okay up until the point when page counting became very important, once TRID became a part of our life. So this will take out the notion of page counting altogether. Everything you file at the Register of Deeds will be $30. It will not require page counting. You will never have a situation where a rejection occurs because of a filing that had a page counting error. While some folks who record 2 or 3 page documents may have an increase in the price, those folks who are recording mortgages and commercial broker liens, anything that's in some way comprehensive where you have to attach documents, those will actually experience a significant savings. So this was something that Michigan Realtors Public Policy worked very diligently on to find the price point that was revenue neutral and also ensure that consistency was in the process.
And the legislature is off currently. We have an August 2nd primary coming up here in Michigan. The Michigan House is the only legislative body that is currently up for re-election this year. Our PAC has gone through and made their endorsements in those House races. So members, please check your mailboxes next week. When those voter cards should be coming out, you'll see the RPAC endorsed candidates near you. Thank you to all those local associations who went through those candidate interview processes and made those decisions. We appreciate your hard work, as we do every 2 years when we look at election years. But so voter cards going out. Remember to vote August 2nd here in Michigan.
And one other item of note. This is the summer of the ordinance, whether it's amending ordinances, adopting new ordinances. So we really do look to membership to kind of be vigilant and keep us in the loop on emerging issues in your local area. The Issues Mobilization Fund is a great tool. We're already in play in several areas of the state on vacation rental ordinances, point of sale ordinances, and also just general aesthetic ordinances, making sure that the realtor doesn't get entrapped in this net of liability, but also making sure that if they do enact these types of ordinances, that they're reasonable fees. So it's very important that we get out in front of those, and while the planning is going on, as opposed to when they are enacted into the law. So keep us apprised. We do have an Issues Mobilization Fund hotline that you can access on our website. It's not 8677309, but it's something similar. So we would like to hear from you.
Yep. That's what IMF is there for, so reach out to us, let us know what's going on in your area, and hopefully it's something that we can help out and support. With that being said, that wraps up this edition of the Videocast. I'm Brad Ward.
And I'm Brian Westrom.